Yep, it's that time of night, and Sejr and I are already giggling. I almost just didn't even be able to come on the show right now. I was laughing. But welcome, everybody, to Craft Roulette episode 262. It's so nice to have you here. I am Mary Gunn of Mary Gunn Fun, your intrepid host of Craft Roulette. If you are here because you were here last week because of that sweet little Mary Polanco, welcome back. If you are here because you want to cheer on Sejr and see what he's up to, we're glad to have you. And if you're here just because you want an excuse to eat some chocolate, well, hi, JD. Here we go. What is Craft Roulette? Well, in a nutshell, it is the ultimate original paper crafting card making game show challenge, and we are live almost every Friday night. And when we're here, we love to have you join us too, because we have more fun with you guys. You guys are a huge part of our show, and we love it. We absolutely love it. As a matter of fact, this week you were 386 contributions part of our last show. So thank you so much. We had some great parameters. We're going to talk about them a little bit later. And we're going to see some parade of achievements. So sit back, and if you think you are like a major milestone achiever or first-time contributors, we are going to point you out and say, good job. So sit tight. We had 8 videos. I watched them today. They were great. Really enjoyed them. Thank you so much for sending in Craft Roulette process videos. I think it's a very nice little bonus. Let's pull back the curtain already on Mr. Producer. He is the technical hand behind the hand behind the show. He does all of the things. He does so many things. He really, really does. But we're glad to have him, because otherwise this would be very boring without all his little ta-das and to-dos that we don't even know he's done. But he wanted me to make sure that I said, for those that are going to Paperganza, which is our live event in collaboration with Craft Roulette, or Craft Roulette in collaboration with Pear Blossom Press, in July in Kansas City. It's a 2.5-day event. We still have about 15 seats left. So if you're looking for something exciting, a Craft Roulette immersion experience, we have it all ready for you. You just need to go over to paperganza.com and read all about it and then sign up. We also have, at Paperganza, we will have assigned pods. Everybody will be sitting at a pod. And doesn't that sound like you're going to be in space or something? But you're going to be sitting at a pod, and they're all decorating things and having themes of their own. And so we will be making an announcement and a little more clarification on what will be helpful for you to know later in the week for you guys over. I don't know. You're going to put it on paperganza.com under the registered guest stuff?
Yeah, it'll probably go out in an email too.
Okay.
So
you'll get it 2 places. And then there's a chance I'll just put it in the Paperganza Facebook group. If you are a registered guest, you are welcome to go over to the Paperganza Facebook group and ask to be let in. I'll make sure that you're on the list, and then I'll let you in. But it's going to be fantastic. It's going to be so much fun. And I love that you guys are so very, very excited. I'm excited too. If you haven't given us a Vinny or a thumbs up, we would appreciate that now, so that you don't forget. And then if you haven't subscribed and hit notifications, of course, we appreciate that as well. We have some spin sponsors to brag about right now. Waffle Flour will be giving away a $25 gift certificate each week this month. I'm getting some waffle flour on Monday. I'm excited to see what I get. Your Paper Insider has a new box. It's good. It's good. They are giving away a former box of paper to some lucky duck this week and every week. And BellaCon Publishing, I found out, is giving away a ticket to BellaCon. Bella Crafts Publishing is giving away a ticket to BellaCon if you are the lucky person who wins that this week and every week this month. So last week I didn't know. I got to the drawing and went, well, I'm really not sure what they're giving away, but I think I know, but I don't want to say. So, yay, that's good. We're glad to have that stuff all ready to go for you. They're very, very nice people to give us some good things to give away to you guys. We are not sponsored by those wonderful companies. We are sponsored by our members. We have a whole member section. And I know we just had a member show this week. It was really fun. And I kept her over. She's here in the chat tonight. She is in the UK. It's Sally Butler of Relatively Thoughtful. And we were having such a lovely time. I just kept talking and showing cards and talking and showing cards. But I mentioned it to somebody that is a member, and she said, I didn't know we even had those shows. So there's a lot of extra bonus content you can get, including there will be an all members call tomorrow at noon Central Daylight Time for a couple hours. If you have never been on the call, that's really what I love to see are those folks. But if you've been on the call, we love to see you too. There's room for 100 people. Never have come close to that. But, stop in, stop out, stop in, stop out. You can find it all over on the membership member content page dashboard. One click entrance. It's good. All right, that's enough. We do also have Mr. Mike. You didn't change your clothes, did you? Well, at least you have clothes on. That's the big thing. And then we do have merchandise. We've got my lovely Paper Ganza t-shirt on, and I like it. It's a nice thing. We also have some stamps and dies and some official collabs. So check them all out on crashroulette.live/shop. That's it, right? Without further ado, let's invite that funny guy that I like so much, Sejr, back to the show.
Hello, everyone.
Welcome back, buddy. So we were right before I went live. I just kind of sighed and said, "Oh, it's so hard to be a professional." And so Sejr said, "Why start now?"
It was a joke. But it came off. It came off a little bit.
I loved it. Welcome back. We're off to the races with a giggle and a guffaw. That's what I like about you. We're here to have a good time tonight. But first, we need to learn a little bit about who you are and what you do, please.
Sure. My name is Sejr Andersen. I am from Victoria, Canada, BC, Canada, sorry. And I am just an average crafter. I love creating videos, just of the things that I do on a regular basis. I'm on a few design teams with Trinity Stamps, Kendra Card Challenge, and then there is one with Lynn, which is called Team Panda, which is something new for me, and it's kind of fun. And when I'm not doing that, I'm gardening, I'm writing, I'm drawing, and doing whatever to keep myself busy.
You do keep busy.
Constantly doing things, yeah.
You do keep busy, and there's nothing average about you. But goodness gracious. So, yep, you've been on the show a couple times. You haven't been on since March last year, so it's been a dry spell. Yeah. It's been bad because you're so busy.
I know. It's hard to get time to just make an appearance. It's, trying to find time. It's when you're always trying to fill in the slots with things.
I get it. If it wasn't a habit for me, it would be hard. I would have a hard time finding that moment to come in. And so I really appreciate the chatterbox that are always here early and stay for the whole doggone show. And every week, it's an amazing thing. What was I going to say to you? Oh, you're a big gardener. And so I wanted to get you on before it got too sunny and wonderful, which it ended up being today, sunny and beautiful.
I know. And we've been having rain all the time. I've been sneaking out at lunchtime during work just to quickly do one thing, and it's always raining. And then today is the sunniest day.
I'm so sad.
I had to close the curtains because it was just too sunny. I'm like, oh, it's just the way it is.
What, you're working at sacrifice for art?
No, of course not. No. No,
well, it's been almost. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I said no. I was determined to be here.
I'm glad. I am. It's been a year. Do you have a question for me?
I do. I was wondering, do you have a visually pleasing explanation of what is craft roulette?
That's a new way to put it. Yes, we do. I find it visually pleasing, at least. We'll be right back after this visually pleasing episode of What what is Craft Roulette? Thank you, Sejr.
Did somebody ask what Craft Roulette is?
In a nutshell, Craft Roulette is a live paper crafts challenge show where the goal is to complete a project that has been randomly selected by the spin of a wheel, and everyone is invited to play along. There are 4 categories we spin for: project, colors, element, and random. The wheel has 24 spots to land on, but the spot it lands on might not always be a parameter. It could be a special, like guest's choice, a vetoed parameter, or other fun surprises. When you add the infinite creativity of our community and try and calculate the possible options, square the fun, carry the glitter, divide by the imagination, you end up with a near limitless amount of possible projects. Whoa. We invite a special guest on each week to share their unique spin on our challenge. If you'd like to participate, you don't have to create live with us. You can sit back and enjoy the show. Once the episode airs, you have around 50 hours to finish your own project using the same 4 parameters from this episode and submit, so don't delay too long. After your project is ready, take a photo and head over to our website. Use the Submit Contribution form to officially contribute. The form is open to the public and no membership is required. Everyone who contributes will be featured on our website, included in the next episode slideshow, and automatically entered into the next giveaway. When you visit www.craftroulette.live, you'll find all of our past episodes along with their contribution gallery, the current wheel parameters, info on how to participate, a calendar of upcoming guests, links to our spin sponsors, contact and prize claim forms, our shop, and a huge membership platform. But more on that later. And that's Craft Roulette. If you like what we do, please subscribe, like the video, and share it with your crafty friends who might enjoy it too.
Everyone is invited to join in the fun.
We like to celebrate around here, so before we spin for this week's set of parameters, we're going to look back at last week one last time and highlight some of our community's achievements. And now, back to the show.
Yep, that was about as visually pleasing of explanation of what Craft Roulette is that I can imagine, don't you? That was great. Thank you so much for watching that. I did forget to do something already tonight. I want to welcome 4 new members to our membership group. Jacinta, I think. I'm not going to even try your last name, darling. Justine Deborek, I think is what her name is. She's also going to be on the show later in the summer. Kim Gottlieb and Darla, thank goodness, Pinkerton, something I can pronounce. So it's I'm telling you, I'm going to change all your last names to Smith. But welcome to our membership group. We are so glad that you're here and really appreciate your support. Hope to meet several of you, if not all of you, tomorrow on the Zoom call. This is our time where we have a little parade of achievers from last episode 261. You sent in 386 amazing contributions last week, so we are up to 54,280 cards since we started. That's a whole lot of cards. I don't know if our statistician, Gloria, is here or not, but she may just whip out a big number and let you know how many miles that is. That was my card. Our parameters were A2 card, amusement ride colors, JD, my grandson's initials for element, and random was tickets. You guys did a great job. You were very, very creative with your JDs. There was just desserts. There were jelly donuts. There were baby boy birthdays, all sorts of things. We have a sub game here. If I say JD, you all eat chocolate. So I hope you didn't all just get tired of chocolate and that you're still enjoying it tonight. But there were also lots of cards with chocolate on it. It was a very clever gallery. To you all. We also had a very fun guest, Mary Polanco. She went just dancing. There it is. That was her cute card, and it was so fun to catch up with her. She hadn't been on in a long time. So it was a double bonus to have an alum come back and spend some time with us. Thank you, Miss Mary, so very much. It was a little confusing. I would get emails from Mary, and I thought, why am I sending myself emails? And then I realized, nope, that's Mary Polanco. But we appreciate you joining us, and thank you very much. Now let's bring on Sir Sejr and see if he would like to enjoy the parade of achievers as I do. This will be some things like major milestone achievers, like if they've done 25, 50, 75 cards, and so on. First timers, the very hardest card that you'll ever send in. Leading ladies, Mug Club, and Club 52. So are you ready?
I am.
Okay, reminder, we are on a timer. I like to say their name and maybe where they're from or how many cards, and then you have a few seconds to give a quick analysis of what's cute on that card. Are we ready? Bring it on. Our first timers this week, we had 3 of you. Thank you so much. Now, it's fun to see all the different ways people did JD and tickets. Jacinta, she's also a new member. Congratulations, she's from Australia.
Oh, wow.
Justine, she will be with us this summer as a guest. Rosemarie from Pennsylvania. What a collage.
Fun.
It is. Congratulations for sending in your first card. You're an inspiration. Our major milestone achievers this week. We'll start with 25 cards with Irene Addison.
Oh, that's
It's got
nice.
a little door that opens.
Yeah.
Mona Mendez from California.
Nice.
Shiny letters. Linda L. from Texas, 25.
Oh, the cat and the teddy bear.
That's so sweet. Priscilla B. from South Dakota, 25.
That's
Just Dream.
Very exciting amusement park.
Jennifer Corey Rooney from Missouri, 50 cards.
Wow.
Congratulations. Jake Bonnell, some Jack Daniel root beer. I'll lift my root beer to that. Taylor Kopf from New York, 75 cards.
It's very sweet.
Barbara Foster, Mug Club, welcomes you with 100 cards.
Congratulations.
Lisa Hunter with 175. Well done, Lisa. She's been with us a long time. Congratulations, our major milestone achievers. Now let's see who are our leading ladies this week. Vicky Ruda with 221. Ooh, look at that team purple.
So fun. I love that.
Smurf Murphy with 222. Oh, another collage. Jackie Jackpot Muller with 223. Oh, that's pretty how she's got the white around with the embossing.
Cherry blossoms.
Kathy Herring with 226. Very elegant. 5K now, 6K. Lamone's got a cute card this week, and she's also got a cute little video to go with it.
Oh.
Ellen Card Monkey Jarvis brings in the top space at 239 exciting cards. Well done, you leading ladies. Club 52 welcomes a whole bunch of you. Scrappin' Crafty Gardener, who has a video. Make sure you stay to the end. There's a story. Kathy Z with 52 cards. Very clever. She's got 52 in that deck there. Linda Veal, 52 cards from Los Angeles. Linda Scrappenberry, 52 cards from St. Paul, with a little JD on there.
Oh.
Well done,
Wow.
you guys. 52.
Fantastic work.
It was kind of fun to have Club 52 right after JD had celebrated his own Club 52, his first birthday. And then there was a lot of birthday cards for JD and different things. It was a fun week, especially for a granny. But those are pretty good cards.
Yeah. They're all different and just fantastic.
We had clean ones, elegant ones, funny ones, collaged ones.
Yep.
It was a wide variety, and they just pull out all sorts. They pull out the stops and go, okay, I got these 4 parameters. I'm going to do something. I don't know what. And I think they just really rally to the cause, and really want to do a good job. And I appreciate that a whole lot. You sent in a card.
I did.
And you have a video.
I did create a video. It's a very long one, so I never linked it to Craft Roulette. I think Craft Roulette had a rule. It had to be like a certain time frame, so I didn't know if that changed, so I didn't link it. Just because
Well,
it is long.
It's not a rule.
You can submit to any previous episode.
It's
for a video.
it's an encouragement because I watch them.
It's such a long video of me just drawing and creating a card. And I don't know if it's because it was so long or because someone was offended, but I lost a person because of that video.
It was
So
probably
that kinda-
just a robot. It was just a robot.
It
Nobody
doesn't
cared.
matter. I thought it was kind of funny.
Oh,
But
by the
yeah.
way, you if you aren't subscribed to Sejr's channel, you can link. There's a link down in the description and on his title, and you can go do that because
Yeah,
he's got a
we
cute
can.
little channel over there, and he does good stuff, and he will make your whole day feel better.
Yes, lots of shenanigans. Maybe not, but I try.
Oh
The
no,
whole-
they're
the
there.
whole premise is this is for fun. Be happy. Life is tough. Let's not make this, just enjoy. So I try to talk calmly, even though I talk really fast sometimes, but I try to talk calm. I try to, laugh and not edit those things out because sometimes I made a mistake and I'm just laughing. I'm like, well, how can I fit that into my video?
Might as well. Seriously.
Mhm.
It's
Yeah.
relatable. You're a real guy. Why worry about being perfect, right?
Yeah.
Or professional,
No,
as we said.
there's too many perfect people out there. I don't choose to be that. I'm good with what I am.
No, just set you up for people just going, oh, look at her. She's not so perfect or so professional. I can do that. Yes, you
Yeah.
can.
Yeah,
You are
exactly.
absolutely correct. Yes. Ring that bell. Anyway, so that was it. That was it for last week. So let's just see if we have some fun coming our way, shall we? Because we're going to bring on those parameters and see what we're going to get tonight. Here we go. Each week we let our members choose. They have a poll and they get to vote one of the parameters off in each column. This week, what did they vote off for project? Square card, purse card. Purse card all over the place. That's an old nemesis. You still don't like it. Nobody likes purse card. And it's just there now because it's been such a sore thumb. It's just kind of there. For colors, what did they vote off? Workshop, dreamy 1950s, or sunny day like you're having. Workshop. Workshop is off. We don't have to worry about workshop tonight. That means if we do land on the color parameter workshop or purse card, we will spin again and the wheel can't make us do that. Now, if you want to make a purse card with workshop colors, there's a chance you'll be able to do that. For element, what did the members vote this time?
Rhymes with act.
Craft. Rhymes with act could be pretty fun.
It's
They don't
close.
like that one very much either. Just 1% more voted for crafters and crafters. So we would not be having to do anything with crafter, crafters, crafter. Who writes these things? And for
Crafter.
random, what did they vote off? Paperclip, thread or twine, white
Scribble.
dots, or scribble. There's that old nemesis, paperclip. He's not loved. Clippy is not a big loved animal around here.
I try to
So
guess
we
them,
don't
but I'm not
have
very
to.
good at it.
We don't have to have paperclip this week. So if you want to use a paperclip, you can, but you don't have to. All right, this is your chance. Would you like to veto something, Sir Sejr?
Well, I was thinking about it, but no one actually said anything to me personally.
No
So I
guidance?
think I will just not veto anything.
No, did
No
you
vetoes.
like A9 is very popular to veto?
Yeah, I
Do
was
you-
thinking about it. That was the one. I'm like A9 maybe, but I was expecting someone to kind of push me a bit, but it
You
didn't
were
happen.
looking for a sign.
Yeah, a sign exactly.
Yeah,
But no,
and you just
that's-
didn't
okay.
get it.
Well, but no vetoes.
No vetoes tonight. We're gonna
I'm
go
not to
for
be blamed.
It's a deal. Okay, so do you have, if we get guest choice, which is number 1, do you have your favorites that you would like to pick?
Well, I love holidays, so we are going to go with that theme. And the first holiday option is A2, number 7.
We should have a national A2 day, shouldn't we? I think so too. That's a good idea. If they can, yeah, I think that's a good idea. 4 colors. What would you pick if we land on
Number
one?
11, spring.
Very good. Very good. Very appropriate.
And
For
then
element.
number 24, small animal.
Small animal. And for random.
Number 22, add a flower.
Oh, I can see a whole bunch of cute card ideas there.
Oh yeah,
Do you
if we
have a
had that
favorite?
option, we will definitely have 500. I can see it now.
I think so. That would be very popular. Do you have a favorite animal, small animal, or would you draw one?
I would draw, but that takes time. So I would probably just go with a bunny stamp or something.
Yeah, that's a good choice. Well, I would like those personally. I think that'd be great. So, good luck to us all. Let's see. Let's warm him up first. How you doing tonight, Mr. Wheel? Spin her away. For project, will we get A2 for the second week in a row? A thank you card. It could be A2. We are going to talk about these things in just a minute, so hang on. 4 colors, especially if you've never played this before. We're going to explain a few things here coming up. Number 4, 1950s. You guys had a chance to veto that and you didn't. For element. I'm a 1950s something. Number 6, toasts. Toast, bread, or breads. That's been vetoed a lot. Erica, there it is. For random. We're going to have fun with it. Oh, I've already got some things going on, and I'm liking it. I'm liking it. Brown paper. I liked it till then. No, but toast.
Yeah,
Brown paper.
exactly. Yeah, perfect.
Woo! All right, I'm going to give you a minute to think about it while I give my speech. This is a challenge, and we'd love to have you play along. 500 cards? Yeah, you could do this. You could do this. This is all about your art project. We don't have any teaching program or anything to teach you, even though you might learn something if you watch. This is all about you and your artistic expression. Your card, and it needs to be a thank you card, can be very classic and simple. You saw some of our beautiful cards from the gallery that are just spot on, great cards. Maybe those are what you like to make, but maybe you like to make collages or something a little more interactive. You can do that. You can make them very complicated. You can have toast popping out of a toaster like Sarah Liz does. You can do all those kind of things. You can take each one of those parameters and make it very literal, such as, oh my gosh, what do we do with toast? So are you going to put a piece of bread on your, are you going to use bread as a part of your technique? Ink up some bread and then stamp with it. That would be a very interpretive way to look at toast or bread. But maybe you want to go a little simpler and just have a piece of bread, or, the old favorite here, you can clink your root beer cans to toast somebody. That would work as well. But you can go all over the place with that. See, we're just here to see what you can dream up. It's going to be so fun. We do ask that you do your very, very best because it's going to be in our galleries and you're going to want to be proud of it. We welcome people from all ages. You can be very young as long as you include those 4 parameters and justify them. Or you can be very seasoned. We're good. We're good. We are across the spectrum. I love meeting people this way. You can take each one of those parameters and make it your focal point or just sneak it in somehow very cleverly. It does need to be handcrafted and it needs to be family friendly, so I do not blush when I see it in the gallery. I appreciate that very much. All right, I gave you a few minutes. Where are you going to go with this? Let's see. Thank you card, A2 then.
I'm thinking, the brain's going. It's firing. It's just giving me so many ideas. So I'm thinking about a thank you card that uses the 1950s colors. Mm-hmm. I'm going to do something about toast and bread with brown paper.
Bold.
That's the ideas that are going.
Somebody said when we had that 1950s up there, not as a parameter, but somebody said, aren't the 1950s all in black and white? TV was.
Oh, that's actually a good point, right?
But you have to have brown paper. But maybe you have some brown
could just
paper.
be the background, as your card.
And you color it black.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I burn toast. I'm good at burning toast. So, okay, so a thank you card.
I think I'm going to do, I think if I remember, I have these little champagne glasses. They're little die cuts. I'm going to see if I can do a simple thank you, cheers type card. Just because I've never used it. I say that even though I know I have this awesome Trinity Stamps toast die that I would love to play with. It's just, I haven't played with this thing ever, and I purchased it.
I know.
And when you said cheers, it made me think of it.
Yeah.
So, we'll see.
Yeah. So, toast and bread with a thank you card. Kind of a funny combination.
Yeah, the 1950s is getting me. I Google searched it while you were chatting, and I'm not really getting a consistent color scheme with 19. It looks like it's
zoom in. You'll have to zoom in, maybe like a 1950s diner.
Yeah,
or
black and white. Black and white floors, that turquoise with some deep reds.
Deep red.
That's a 1950s car where, there were some black and white ones. But it's not, I remember my dad had a 1950s Chevy that was pink. So, yeah,
really?
Yeah. Yeah. And there is a DeSoto somewhere in our past that was pink. But
it's kind of funny though, because I was looking through these parameters yesterday with my friend Julia. I craft with her every Thursday, and we were going through this, just trying to scheme it all. And that was the one we were talking about. What 1950s? Of all of them, that's the one we were stumped on. And Mr. Real picked it.
Yeah, well, there were normal things going on in the 1950s too. There were trees, there were parks. And you don't have to go to an iconic 1950s. You could do natural, organic 1950s as well.
That's true.
I think of the first few seasons of Mad Men style advertising, like the print magazine type.
They were pretty saturated usually.
Yes. Yellows.
That's
blues,
the thing. I didn't think the 1950s was very
greens.
saturated. I thought it'd be more dull. That's what I thought. But
no, I think of them as very saturated, and but that's just me. So you can do it. You can do several ways to think about it, but it's kind of like when you think of Happy Days. Do you remember that show?
Yes, actually.
The Fonz and his black shirt there, or his coat there, yeah, and his white T-shirt. So there you go, back to the black and white. But yep. Google is your friend on something like this.
Yeah, definitely. If Google says it's something, then it is.
No kidding. That's what Google says. So, yeah, chrome. That's a good idea. Some chrome in there. Black and white, teal. That's kind of what I was saying. That's what makes me think of it. I would be surprised if we didn't get a lot of those.
If you do an image search for 1950s advertising, you'll get exactly what was in my mind.
Like the cigarette ads.
Yeah. Yellows, reds, really saturated.
Oh, they are? Okay. Okay, yeah.
So I think that would be fun. I think we'll have some fun with that one. Toast, bread. This will be a little bit more fun. But it doesn't necessarily have to truly be bread. Like I said, you could use bread, an old crouton or something, to make it, to use as a stamp if you wanted to. Make a new technique with crouton stamping. I don't know. But you also have the toast, like to you, cheers, salute, kind of thing. But bread also has a homophone of dogs that are bred, a type of breed bred. He was bred, yeah. So that might be something that you could just figure out and justify too. But a kitchen scene with, if you had a kitchen with an oven, you could freeform a toaster.
Oh, and bread is so easy to draw too.
Yeah, it's a rectangle with a little mushroom on top.
Yep.
So yeah, I think we'd be okay. I think we're okay. I think people will be a little bit nervous about it, but I think they'll figure it out.
Kathleen Guthrie, what about money? People can refer to that as bread.
That is absolutely
wow, that's a good
true.
one.
A gift card.
There you go.
Uh-huh. Wow. Pretty smart there. I kind of like bread stamping myself. You could send a piece of bread as a thank you card. That's a really bad idea. But there's also loaves of bread. So you might have something with a loaf of bread or a sandwich.
You can go French inspired and have baguettes.
You could have
and have a nice collage of all those little French items. That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah, you can have a lot of fun with this. Yeah. I'm okay with it. Are you okay with that part?
Oh yeah, I'll get something done. It will be done.
And brown paper doesn't mean you have to make the whole thing brown. It just means you need to fit in a little brown paper. Maybe have a little brown baguette.
Yeah.
Or you could have white paper that you make brown. So, or sponge and edge or something. Yeah.
Pattern paper, if it have brown on your pattern paper, helps too.
That's a good point. That's a good point. Yes, our stretchy pants are stretching really well tonight. Yeah, I like it. I think we're going to have some cute cards that are very creative. I'm looking forward to them.
Yeah.
So are you good?
I'm good, yeah.
We'll figure this one out, you and I. And we will be right back after these words about something. And we'll get into this bread stuff. Oh, a tea party with finger sandwiches. Very nice, Amanda. On a A9 card. See you in a minute. What is in review? In review, our craft roulette. On Wednesdays, tune in, don't forget. 3 acts await each night anew, with fun and creativity just for you. Act 1, Mail Call, a joy to see. Your lovely letters sent with glee. Snail mail shared with hearts so true. Your crafty spirit shining through. Act 2, Card Showcase, a deep dive. Random picks that come alive. Discussing love for each design. Crafted cards that truly shine. Act 3, Whodunit Game, Detective's Call. Catch Miss Mary in her crafty thrall. A mystery unfolds, a clue to chase. Find the card she tries to case. Guess the crafter, be quick, be smart. Reveal the one who played their part. In live chat, declare your clue. Solve the case and win a prize, too. Live on air with Mary Gun Fun. Crafting joy for everyone. Join us live, be part of the show. In review, where creativity flows. Craft Roulette, a fun-filled sight. Wednesdays await with crafty delight. Subscribe now, don't delay. In review, a crafty play. Send your mail, crack the case. In our world, joy finds its place. Join the fun. Let's craft together for happily ever after, now and forever. Okie dokie. That was a short one. I didn't need much time, but I didn't have much time. this is my stamp set that I'm going to use. I have not used this stamp set, so I'm excited to. It is a Trinity stamp set that was given to me. It's got a cute little toaster, and it's got some little bread there with a face on it because you can. And I have my fancy pants paper here from Your Paper Insider, which I think this has oh good, it does. It's got a die for the little toaster, and that is going to be my toaster. Then for the 50s paper, does that not look, that's also fancy pants paper from Your Paper Insider. Does that not look like wallpaper from the 50s or 60s or 70s? Some things are eternally in style. Then just this little pink, I kind of thought that was, those two together made it feel kind of jazzy and 50s like. And I saw this and I just threw it in. Then I think I'll just use this for a background and cover most of it up. So that's kind of what I'm thinking. What do you guys do? It looks like Grandma's wallpaper, doesn't it? What did Kathy say? It said a good idea. Yep, Last Supper with communion. You're right. That's a good idea. And this being Easter, the weekend before Easter and all. All right, I am going to write this down. 2/6/2. Today is the 11th, right? 04/11/25. Guest is Sir Sejr. Gosh, I forgot how to spell his name for a second. And we've got a thank you card. I'm not sure. I'm sure there's all these little cute things here. So hopefully there's a thank you in there. We've got 1950s. I'm glad we're getting that. That's been on the wheel for quite a while. Toast. Bread. I like the idea with money too. That's really good. And then a brown paper. Oh, you could have a sandwich in a brown paper. I just wrote brown sandwich. I was starting to write that. Brown paper. Say
Brown
something.
paper bag is what
Yes,
you were searching
that's
for.
what I was trying to say. This is my Craft Roulette Creative Companion. I will go back and listen tomorrow or Sunday and write down and read your comments and write down those ideas. Because I like it. And hopefully I will write down what I'm actually thinking. So, yeah, hot dog, cheeseburger, that is all good too. A grill kind of situation. There's so many things. So many things. And you're so smart. You can do this. Okay, let's crack into this. This calls for a toast. You're my jam. The new year. The host. That would be, am I going to send myself a card? Another one, bites the crust. That's a good one. A toast to the host. That could be a good thank you card. A toast to the happy couple, your birthday achievement, new baby success, your new job, newlyweds, retirement, better days for butter or worse. You're my butter half. Oh, the best is yet to crumb. Well, there's not a thank you, but we can fake it.
There might have to be a thank you on the inside.
That's correct. That's correct. Okie doke. Let's pull this thing out. It's kind of sticky with this, I think. Oh, I got that tucked in there. I see. Okay, I'm going to do something because this is a tight fit. I'm going to trim just a little bit off of that. There we go. Now it will fit better. And I won't be so likely to rip it until later. I will rip it eventually, but I don't want to rip it right off. See, I haven't used it.
Sejr back.
We're going to bring Sejr back. I'm going to go snip these and get them ready to die cut. You have just been running around your room.
I know. I don't know where anything is. I'm not organized at all.
Well, what do you have up your sleeve?
I have these little champagne dies. It creates.
Oh, cute.
Yeah, so I'm thinking about making a very simple little shaker. That would be very simple with some. I have these little Trinity Stamps beads. That would be kind of good for what are they called? Pearl shaker pops. Look for little bubbles. I thought it'd be kind of fun.
Nice. Oh, yes.
And
that's a great idea.
And then I'm still figuring out the colors. That's why I don't have it on the screen. But then I've got a bunch of little dies. Either I'm going to use this one. Let's call for a toast. If we have time. If not, I can use the same stamp where I'll pull one from this because these are perfect for toasting type sentiments.
Mm-hmm. They are. I was surprised at how good they were.
And then, of course, brown paper. And then I don't know where any of my fancy paper is. That's what I was running around looking for. So all I could find is this piece of silver paper.
Well,
so
here, let me just hand you some, okay? Here you go.
Yeah, teleportation has been created yet?
I would love to hand you some.
But we'll get this. It'll be good. And I'll figure out the colors.
You're a pro. A thank you card. If you had a thank you card for like a whole office or something, you could make an A9. Just in case.
Yeah, I love A9 cards. That's my favorite thing to do.
Just thinking about it.
Yeah. Oh, I wish we had A9. Oh, man.
Said no one ever.
I think there's the one person in chat that does.
I think they're fun, but
it's
then
just,
again,
I
thought that
it's just so much real estate.
Yeah. But that toaster, that great big toaster thing, that would work great.
Yeah.
There are some wonderful applications. Good thing we have our Trinity stamps this week.
I know, right? This is a perfect one for Trinity Stamps release.
It is.
And just disclaimer, Trinity does not sponsor us. She just sends my mom everything. And so my mom happens to use a lot of her products. Mm-hmm. But we love Trinity. We love Tanisa.
And we're looking forward to having her here at Paper Ganza, too.
So if you want to see your products on Craft Roulette, you can just send them to us. They might get on the show.
It might. It might. You never know. Depends on Mr. Wheel. Whew. He's a crazy man.
What the heck is the difference between
these two? This is not a Trinity product. This is a Gina K. And this is going to be one of the, because Gina K is helping us with our craft table at Paper Ganza. And she has donated an intricate for us to use during the event and then give away at the end of the event. So, and congratulations to Gina and team for getting 200,000. 200,000 is so many people. That's a big city amount of people. Subscribers.
That is quite a lot.
I know I do it with the cities in Kansas because that's what I can relate to. But I do look up cities sometimes to see how many people that I want to say substitutions again like I did last week. There's something going on in my brain. Subscribers. Because that's like a big city.
Yeah. It's hard to tell. Like, if you try to name cities in Canada that are match those types of numbers, it just doesn't have the same impact because we're very small.
Yeah.
It's like I could say, oh yeah, that's the size of like Ajax, Ontario, and everything. Like I don't know if it is, so don't correct me.
Ajax,
just really
that's cute. I'm gonna cut this part off. But it makes it the abstract more.
I remember when I first heard about the size of California, and it just blew my mind. The state of California. That's
huge.
It's huge. It's more people than all of Canada. It's
yeah. You guys have.
I didn't feel
don't have a lot of people, but you've got a lot of space.
Sure. It doesn't feel like it. Like wherever I go, there's people. Like you can't go to the park without seeing people.
You can go up north and find lots of space, as I understand.
That's true. Yeah, no one's up there. Sorry, there's not as many people up there.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, Missouri, where we live, we have bears. I didn't think that didn't make sense to me. But there's even bears on our state flag.
Yeah.
Speaking of up north and bears and all the things that you might find up there.
Submitting a card already. That's fancy too.
What kind of die machine is that, Sire?
This is a Hefty Doodle. I got this one before she closed. Shop. But I just love the little tiny size of it.
Little is cute.
Susan Rushton is looking forward to a Canadian trip this summer. Well, I hope you have a fantastic time.
Might use that again.
There's lots of fun stuff in Canada. I'm assuming also in the States, but each little area kind of has its own thing.
Mm-hmm. And you're in a real pretty part.
Yeah, I'm going to say that Victoria is the best. It's not it's not it depends what you're looking for, but it definitely is the mildest. It's the greenest. It's the, it's just beautiful here. But if you love seasons, then maybe go to another place. It's pretty much just spring all along, all year round.
Goodness. Yeah. And you don't have tornadoes?
No, we have earthquakes. The one earthquake that's destined to come at some point. Same as California's.
Okay.
Yeah.
That one.
Same fault line.
Same fault line. That one. That nasty guy.
But definitely, if you are stopping in Victoria area, that's where I am. So if you aren't scared of a crazy person, I do like coffee. I think
you're not crazy.
No, just the voices in my head tell me.
Well, no, okay.
Yeah. Never mind.
What can I say? I cannot beat that one. So let's change to another topic, shall we?
Yeah, right.
I do have some questions from our members, which you are one, and I thank you very much.
Yep.
Sejr made a process video years ago, and I saw it, and that's how I just found out who he was and just went, oh my gosh, this guy is so nice and he's so clever. I think I'll watch him. And then we had you on the show because you were great.
Thank you.
That's about as basic as you can get, but that was kind of how we met you, and we've had a lot of fun with you.
Yeah.
But Linda Veal, who's a nice lady, asks, what inspired you to start making cards?
Actually, that would be my friend Julie I mentioned earlier. She's really into cards, and so I believe it was probably around COVID time, and I just wanted to do something different. And so I was talking to her and just started hanging out with her and just started crafting. I just automatically went to making YouTube videos, and that's how it all started. It was simple as that.
That's pretty simple.
Yeah. I can never just do something. I don't know why. I just can't just make cards. It has to be make cards, then make a video and a website and all that. So
it's kind of like a diary too, watch your progress and all that. It's kind of fun to be able to see that all happen. And we're sure glad you did it.
Yeah, me too. And that was actually one of the things. There was two things, and I can say it now. There was two things that I was telling my Julia about, saying, this will tell me that I made it. Made it. Like it actually is a thing. But was Craft Roulette will ask me to join one day, and the other one was I would be asked to join the Trinity Stamps design team. Those are the only two things. So I'm complete. I'm successful. I'm done. So
you're not done. You're not done.
Oh, okay.
There are always more spins.
I think Julia is in chat.
Oh, hi, Julia.
Yes. Hi, Julia.
Yeah, you're never done. You're not going to be done. I guess that's kind of bossy, but that's just how I feel. Everybody in chat say, you're not done. You're not done.
I never thought that I would, those two things would ever happen. Like,
oh.
And the reason I said I get asked is because that was the challenge, right? Because it's easy to say, hey, can I come on? That's easy. So I was making it very challenging. And then, it happened. And I only really thought about that the other day. I'm like, oh my goodness.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know that I have any set thing like that. That's kind of nice. I'm glad that I was part of your story.
Well, I only look for the best things in life. So.
Oh my goodness. Okay. You can come back on next week too if you want.
I was actually talking with someone, and I don't like to say that I'm a nice person. It kind of comes off wrong if you say that, right? But
right.
I was talking to someone the other day.
You're nice.
Yeah, I was talking to someone the other day. I'm like, I've been very lucky because we were talking about creativation and the people that were there and stuff. And not to, to make it short story, it's just we were talking about, I seem to really attract really nice people in my life. I just seem to know if someone's a genuinely nice person, you don't have to be happy all the time. That's pretty impossible. Mm-hmm. But, just generally good inside, mm-hmm. we will be like best friends forever. I may forget to call you and text and say, hey, how's it going? But, we would just, it just is. And it seems naturally that people who aren't just don't want to be around me. It just seems to be that way. So I was talking about that. I'm like, I think that's very lucky, because then I can just be with the people that are just awesome in the world, doing great things. And
that sounds like a better fit.
Yeah. And you guys would be on that list, definitely. Because you obviously were on my big list, so you obviously had to be good.
Your wish list.
On my wish list.
I don't think I've ever heard that before. That's nice. Because there's always somebody that will not want to be on too. So
yeah, and I don't judge. It's if someone doesn't like, because if someone's not feeling it and they're like, this guy is way too smiley, he laughs too much. That's fine. There's lots of people out there for everyone, and you just got to find the people that make you happy, and then that's the right people. So I never judge. It does. My ego hates it. That's why I don't look at stats on my YouTube channel, but.
Yeah.
But it's hard because they show it right in your face when you log in.
They really do.
Like the first thing I see every time I log in is how many people have joined and left. I'm like, I don't need to see that. But oh well. I guess if I was really into marketing and stuff, I would want to.
It's not your emphasis.
No, not at all. It isn't.
So sit back and relax and enjoy your craft.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's the ticket. I wonder if we'll get any burnt bread. Burnt toast.
Burnt toast. I hope so.
Burnt toast. It's good for antitoxin your liver, I suppose.
Yeah, black is good. For something.
That's what I always said to the kids when I'd burn things. My daughter, I do burn things. And so my husband has had a saying, I quit cooking, but when I did cook, he said, if it had a bottom, I would burn it. And it was true, because I would think of something else and I'd go off and wander around aimlessly, and forget what I had something in the oven. But my sweet little daughter, Leah, one time, her Aunt Colleen was making her a grilled cheese sandwich, and she served it to her, and she started crying.
Oh no!
And she was like, well, "What's wrong? How did I ruin your grilled cheese sandwich?" And she said, "You didn't make it black enough for me."
Oh no, that's funny.
It was Cajun, blackened grilled cheese.
Blackened. I'm notorious for walking away.
It's so easy to do.
It's like, oh, I can do this while this is cooking.
Exactly. Upper crust, that's another thing you could do. You could do upper crust, like some tata kind of thing.
Upper crust?
For if you wanted to use for bread, you could do something that was very highfalutin.
Ooh. I'm going to pretend I know that word. Yes,
Sounds good
definitely highfalutins going on.
Highfalutin. You watch enough old, I think that's like from old saloons and things. Oh, that's a mighty highfalutin little lady. From Westerns. Highfalutin.
Oh, okay. I don't think I've really watched Westerns. Maybe that's my excuse. I'm going to go with that.
We need to get you up to speed with your highfalutin kind of languages there. Or you can live just happily ever after not knowing these things too. But Card Monkey Jarvis then said, on your bio here on Craft Roulette, and all of our guests have a bio page. And you can also have a bio page if you are a member and you have a community showcase page, which is pretty cool. But on your bio page here on Craft Roulette, it says that in 2020, you started the paper crafting because you really needed to do something new.
Yep.
So she would like to know, what was the something old you used to do?
That was actually, that's a let's get coffee and chat type of conversation, just because it's a long one. Let's just say it's not bad. It's just long. It's just, let's just say that I spent a lot of time to figure out what it is I actually want to do with my life. And when you do that, you don't actually figure it out. And that was the secret. It was when I stopped. 2020 was pretty much when I was forced to stop thinking about what I wanted to do, because I was home all day. You can't do anything. So once I stopped thinking, then it just came. It just something made the connection, and like I said, chat with my friend, and we went that way. So to be honest, I did nothing. I worked in it was a IT job in the government, and I went home and watched TV. That's what I did. It was starting to wear on me. Yeah. That's the shortish.
You weren't watching any of those highfalutin shows like I watched.
No, apparently not. I was missing those ones. I was probably watching cartoons.
Well, that's reasonable too. But you make a good point, because I think when we slow down and just relax and not look at screens and all that kind of fun stuff, that's when you do allow your brain to bubble up some ideas.
Yes. And this is what I always felt bad about. Because when I first started, I would go on to every Facebook group, every Instagram, liking everybody's photos, making sure that people were aware that, yes, I like it. I'm taking the time to make and to like. But that's very draining. And you don't actually have any time, for me anyways, no time to do anything, because what it happens to me is, not only are you draining yourself by saying all those nice things, it's the fact that you're also subconsciously looking at what everyone's creating, and you're feeling, I can't do that. It starts creeping in. And so I decided to cut back. So, I'll just take a day, like maybe like an hour in the morning or something. I'll just do that. And then I'll just pick a spot, send a bunch of likes, appreciate it, and then move on, and just be okay that I can't do everything.
No, you can't.
No.
Social media is fun, but it can be very toxic if it's your master.
Very draining as well. It really is. Like, if you doubt it, just go onto one of those feeds like Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. They all have them now. And after 10 minutes of mindlessly scrolling, tell me how you feel before and after. That's all you have to do. And then you'll know.
Yeah. It's true.
Although I do enjoy the mindless scrolling.
I do too.
Yeah.
It is. It's fun.
It's about,
and I do like that you can control what you watch more than you could in the old days with black and white TV and the,
Yeah.
all
Yeah.
that kind of thing. So I do like that you can control your content more.
Yeah, it's always nice.
But there's a lot of life out there.
Yes. Don't forget about that. If you
Gardening,
need to,
after all. What are you going to grow?
I am growing this year I'm going to go basic. I'm just going to do tomatoes, carrots, radishes, the basic little easy things to grow.
Mm-hmm.
And then I will just make sure I maintain the garden this year, the flower garden, because I kind of neglected it last year.
Oh, okay. Shucks.
But I want to plant a walnut tree. That's what I want to do. I'm just trying to convince some people to allow me to plant one in the backyard.
Oh.
I think that'd be kind of cool.
Black walnuts or English walnuts?
I'm not sure. I think trying to get permission first is the first step.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, black walnuts, I know because we used to live in a black walnut. It used to be a black walnut grove, basically. Are very toxic for other plants.
That's good to know.
Yeah, you can't use their leaves for mulch or anything.
Okay.
And how'd I have that, for Pete's sake? This way. And they sometimes are a little hard to grow things under.
Yeah, so I definitely don't want that because my yard's not big.
Tasty. Yeah, and they're huge. And
yeah, and
they grow.
I do want a big tree because it will block the people in the back.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, so that's kind of why I want a bigger tree. But I just want something that I can produce, something that I can eat.
Mm-hmm.
Are these? Do you think these are 50s colors in here somewhere?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I think so. I think they look great.
Perfect. That makes it easy.
We're here for you.
Okay, now we've got to figure out how we're going to execute this.
So does it get easier to come on Craft Roulette and make something when you...
No, it's not. It's the same.
I thought for sure you were going to say, no, it's a piece of cake now.
It's always nerve-wracking because, I'm a very laid-back, slow crafter. I'm just like, I'll do this and I'll do this. How does this look? How does this move? But you don't really have that luxury. So you got to make a decision and just go forward.
Yeah, but there's always tomorrow if you want to fix something up.
Exactly. Yeah. But I'm thinking...
We don't expect perfection, remember?
Yeah, for example, like if I were to use this die set here, this cuts out, I would always triple layer these type of things, but I wouldn't do that on the show. I would do one layer and then afterwards I would layer them up just because it takes a long time. But I like the thickness.
That's a Craft Roulette pro tip right there. For those who will come later on the show. Yep. You just can't worry about the...
No, at all.
The stuff like that.
No, the whole point is just to have some fun. Just chat and craft. It really means absolutely nothing on what the card looks like.
It really doesn't. That seems like it should, but it really doesn't. Like I was saying, I think it was last week, I was talking about probably one of my worst cards I ever made on Craft Roulette was a robot cornhole game card. I mean...
Yeah, I heard last week you mentioned it, and what a weird name.
Yeah, I think it has potential, and I'm sure that somebody will come up with a great die for one. But it wasn't good that night. It was one of those.
I'm gonna go figure out which episode that was.
You don't want to give these people nightmares. It was pretty awful.
Okay. Nightmares.
It was sometime between 20 and 30, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, it was when I was trying to hold the whole thing together. Soloing all by myself. And that was something.
Yeah. And just think about how far you guys have come along. It's It's just amazing.
And yet we haven't come far at all. It's still Mr. Wheel doing the thing.
I'm going to try to cut some strips. I think strips are nice and easy using these colors.
Okay, so if this was on a table in the 50s, it would be like a chrome table.
Chrome edge
Mm-hmm.
with some sort of laminate.
Mm-hmm. That would work. I don't want it to be too much like this, so I think I'll just use something like that. How much working space do you have on your... Do you have a big desk that you work with?
It is an L-shaped desk, so
That's
it's
nice.
big enough, but it is full
Mm-hmm.
of stuff.
Yeah. It does fill, doesn't it?
Yeah. Okay. I need to
Okay,
figure
so
out.
I do a
I
little
need to
round corner.
realize how. I need to figure out how to be more organized. That's what I need to do. That'd be nice.
That is a lofty goal, sir. And the doggone finish line is never there.
No, I know, right? I realized I was like, oh, I'm doing such a great job, and then all I did was just move it from one side to the other side. I didn't do
Kiss your
anything.
brain on that and just keep moving. Don't get any highfalutin notions that you're ever gonna get organized.
Yeah.
Because then reality will just slap you right in the face. That
Yeah,
sounds like
exactly.
that sounds like some craft show from the Well, listen here, little missy. Don't you ever be getting any highfalutin ideas about getting organized in your craft room, because reality will come and slap you in the face. That is like from a Western. If you didn't, that was my best imitation of Gunsmoke
Yeah.
for crafters.
It was a fantastic. I knew exactly what you're doing. I've never seen Westerns, and I knew exactly.
You didn't have any preconceived ideas or highfalutin standards. That's what I like to work with. Do you have a favorite kind of card to make, mister, from Marjorie Betchkol?
My cards are I love making them all, but I'll always go with the simple first because it's more pleasing to me. So that'd be my go-to, is a nice simple, no inking, just working with paper and doing that.
And drawing or not?
Drawing, I love to draw.
Mhm.
If I have the time, I will always draw the cards, and it's just so much fun.
Yeah.
And I've
Were
made
you a
some.
doodler as a kid?
I was in the margins doodler, of the notes that you're supposed to take in school.
Mm-hmm. Yes,
So
I do know.
But I never really doodled
well.
actual things. It was always just abstract shapes. It's only been
Oh,
recently that I decided, let's start trying to get beyond that.
So when you're doing this whole social media scan or scrolling stuff, do you stop at simple drawing things, or
Sorry, say that again.
do you watch like videos on how to draw, or are you just...
No, what I do is two things, and one is I Google search, and I just say I'm interested in how to, like, for example, the last card I did with the girl eating chocolate. I was just like, Google search lady doodles. And then I just loved this one style that person had, so I decided to try to make it.
I like
try
that
to
style
see if
as
I can do it with my own spin. So I do things like that. The other is looking at AI and seeing if they can draw simple things, and then because sometimes I'm looking for a very specific angle, and you're just not finding the image. So then I try to see if I can use AI to generate something that I can look at. or how it's colored, for example.
Mm-hmm. Good. That's not a waste of time. That is definitely not a waste of time.
No. My recommendation with AI, and once again, never judged, is just if you are going to use AI, then just try not to let it do the work for you, because that is the one thing we're meant to do as humans is be creative. So don't let that be taken away, but use it as inspiration.
Yeah. It's not a bad plan.
Yeah.
You know, this is
you do
going
you.
to be...
You do you. I will not tell you how to do.
No. That's a losing a losing fight right there.
Oh yeah. I mean, what a great way of not making friends. Have you decided to live this way instead?
Hey, I've got a great idea for your life. Yeah. This card could be thank you for taking me out for breakfast.
Ooh, that'd be a nice one.
Thank you for
And you'd
the
have like the
kitchen
whole market
remodel.
to yourself.
Yeah, thank you for the toaster. It could be a newlywed thing. Thank you for the toaster.
Thank you for the toaster.
Good toaster is hard to
Just think
beat.
you have the whole market to yourself. There's no Hallmark card for that.
Oh, I hope they're not watching. They'll launch a whole series of thank you for the toaster cards.
Yeah. Next season, you're going to see all the toasters.
I won't be able to sleep tonight. Hate it when everybody steals your toaster ideas.
Yep. Oh, it's the worst.
Thank you for the what are those little pastry things that are so horrible for the toasters? What are those things? Pop-Tarts. Thank you for the Pop-Tarts. That's a good one.
There's
Somebody
also
just-
toaster strudels.
Thank you for the toaster strudel.
Oh, that's a fancy one.
I don't like thankful. Thankful for my toaster strudel. Thankful for my toaster, but I do. It could be a card for my toaster. Because I do like my toaster. It's cute.
Okay.
Well, that's turning out nicely.
Yeah. I don't know, but the only reason I put the white is because I wanted this white font here, and I thought maybe just the white would be out of place if there's no other white. But do you think that's too much white? I mean, there's also going to be little white balls, so maybe... Because otherwise it looks like that. And it feels like it's missing something.
Mm-hmm. If you put some kind of white underneath inside the glasses first, would that freshen it up?
Oh yeah, you're right.
Sassy likes the white. Sassy's LLC likes the white.
Okay. I should put something in the back of there. I forgot, but
Tracy Fear, you're getting professional help here.
Yeah, and that's
Tracy
why I asked.
Fear says, embrace the white space. You can do it.
Embrace the white space.
Amanda says, I like the white.
Okay. Yeah, I just felt it was...
Karen says, you need some white, maybe just at the bottom.
Just the bottom.
I think they're voting white.
Well, you know.
Melissa Miller says toaster strudels are just highfalutin Pop-Tarts. Which I think would make a great stamp.
No. Oh no. That's what we need is highfalutin themed cards.
Yes.
Where's my highfalutin
muckety muck? My dad used to call people muckety mucks. I wonder if that could be used with highfalutin. You highfalutin muckety muck.
That's so awesome. Okay, we're going white. Let's just do it.
Know what they're
Let's
doing.
just do it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so funny. I hope people in the audience are laughing. You need one good laugh in the day. Make sure that's that one good laugh.
Yeah. It does feel good. It doeth good like medicine.
Mm-hmm.
So back to your drawing.
Mm-hmm.
Paula Rice would like to know, do you design for any stamp companies that we know? Because you can sketch up some things. So it amazes her how fast you can sketch up anything that appears on the wheel.
Taking it granted, I do have this Thursday cutoff, so that gives me a little more extra time.
That does help. Yeah. Yeah. But still.
I don't design for any teams. I have thought about it. I just need to learn how to actually design a stamp, because you can't just draw it and then say, here, take this and make a stamp. You need to, it needs to be digitalized, I believe, in a certain way. And that part I haven't figured out. I'm sure it's not hard. I just haven't done it.
Yeah.
But it is something that I think it would be kind of cool.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there is so much stamps out there. So, but just knowing that someone has it, that'd be kind of cool.
Yeah. It was fun. It's been fun to make them. It's kind of, it's really fun to see people use them. It's always surprises me. Oh, look, they're using one of the stamps I made. Because I haven't made that many, and so it's always a surprise.
And I think the challenge also and it may be a benefit, it may not, I'm not sure, it all depends, is that my images would never be what is trending. They're unique, they're different. Yeah. They're weird sometimes.
Well, they're maybe not trending in the circles that you see.
That's true. That is very true. And you can't just make one stamp set, right? You would have to manufacture a bunch of them.
Well, you have to.
You can't say, hey, here's an image. Can you make me one stamp?
No, I think they make.
They do them by the sheet.
Yeah.
And how many are in a sheet usually? If you do like a 4x6.
Well, it depends on. I'm not sure. But there's depending on how big the stamp set you order, they have to subdivide the sheet into so whatever the lowest number there's a lowest number for each size.
But you can get like a sample sheet, so you wouldn't have to have
you can. The lowest you can order is one sheet's worth.
One sheet's worth. Okay. Yeah, I mean it's been on my mind, but finding time, because I've also wanted to do many things. Like I've wanted to redo Kendra Card Challenge's website. Well, I wanted to actually make her a website because I think that her challenge is fantastic, and I think the Facebook method is just a little confusing. And I would just love to have a website, but it's just one of those things, you need time. It just never happens.
Yeah. Well, this is offset this way, but this is.
Is this it?
Oh, shit. I'm shuddering with embarrassment and fear. He found it.
I missed it. I don't know what happened.
It's horrible.
I haven't put it up. I showed.
Oh.
I thought you deleted it. It was a different color in my head, but.
Oh, your card.
The horrible card. It is truly horrible. I think they should go find it on their own.
Yeah, treasure hunt.
I'll show the image for a few seconds and then.
No, your birthday's coming up.
I'll risk it.
Oh, they'll take me off the air. YouTube will take me off the air. They'll say, no, we didn't know that was going on. She can't ever be on the air again.
Yeah. Card crime.
It is a card crime. Ugh. You too can be a host of your own show and commit card crimes.
It's coming up.
Goodness sakes. Pop these guys up. Wish I hadn't. Oh, well, it's okay if it's off center. It's fine. I should have had my ruler out from Pear Blossom. I saw you had one of those.
Yes, I was actually going to be silly and have it wearing as a necklace, but I forgot to do that. I'll just put it right here.
That would have been good.
Yeah, now that you reminded me, yeah.
It's good.
I actually really liked it. It's a fantastic ruler.
It is.
I'm sure everyone has already seen Jennifer McGuire, and Meme, I believe, was doing it too, talking about it. It is really innovative, ingenious, and I believe it was Jen Gross that helped with it. I don't quote me, I believe, but it's just even the little dots and it's fantastic.
We can say we knew her when.
Yeah, I knew her before that.
Oh, stop it. Take it down. Look at that poor thing.
I just got a glimpse of it. Oh my goodness.
You can be happy you were spared.
I will be watching the review.
No. It's horrible. It's so horrible.
Oh, I'm sure if you go into
it's a much later episode than I thought.
Where was it? Oh, don't say.
It's available in the gallery.
It's a great idea, actually. I may have to remake it.
Yeah, there you go. Challenge.
Redemption card?
Redemption card.
For the members?
For the members.
Ooh.
Because it's an interactive fun game card. And there aren't very many of those. And maybe that's why. Because.
Oh, there it is. That's cute. Oh my goodness, that is adorable.
Oh, he's horrible. I think it's a great idea, but it's a bad
execution. That is totally something I would make, hashing things together. I love it. Like that.
Oh, you're too kind.
No. You made it sound way worse.
Oh, I think it is.
You made it sound like I was going to have to cover my eyes and run.
If you look at this, you will melt like in Indiana Jones.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, I'm pretty close. You just look down at your feet. They're probably all in a big puddle.
Puddle now.
Yeah.
I think
I'm a
I
puddle
love
duck.
It.
Oh, you're kind.
Okay, this is where I always
fun thing.
Okay, this is usually where I cut out in my videos when I do this part.
Okay.
No one ever sees me actually do this part.
Ooh.
Unless it was smooth.
Well, we get to see the artiste in action.
Yeah.
Make it cute. Take away the pain.
There we go. Okay. There we go. Oops. Just take your time.
Carissa Johnson asked, how did you put your bigger ruler on your trimmer? And I'm not sure if she's in a different time frame than we are, because we haven't had trimmers on for a while, or I was looking somewhere else when you did.
Yeah, that's actually, I'm assuming she's talking about my paper trimmer, this one right here.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
That is actually, I've had people ask, and I keep forwarding them to a website, but it looks like they're selling out. But Sweet Petunias used to sell rulers that you could add to change the color of your Misty. And because that's all it is, it's just the Misty ruler. And I just put it on my trimmer.
Huh.
Yeah.
It looked much more fancy than that.
It made it easier to line things up because you only have the measurements on the top and the bottom. And so having that middle one was really nice.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
yeah, so easy to read.
Yeah, exactly. But every time someone has asked, I check, and there's less and less out there.
That Fancy Pants toaster paper is looking good there on this. Ooh.
When I saw that on the parameters, I was like, what is Fancy Pants paper? I don't have that. And Julia's like, it just means fancy. And so I was Googling it, but there is a Fancy Pants design company that has paper.
Oh, is that right? Oh, I shouldn't call it that then, because it's your paper insider, but I always call it my Fancy Pants paper.
Yeah. I was like, does she mean like fancy schmancy?
Fancy schmancy highfalutin. I may have to change it to highfalutin paper.
There you go.
Yeah.
If you did that, you'll be getting your 500 cards a week. Highfalutin. No, I can do that.
Are you feeling highfalutin? Have we got a challenge for you?
Yeah, I think this is kind of cute. I mean, the foam tape is kind of showing, but it's okay.
That's a skinny little thing to not have to see any foam tape.
Yeah. So what I usually do is I would just, when I'm bored, I just kind of trim it on the sides. Like, that's all I do.
Oh.
But I do all that stuff when I have time.
Yeah. No, that looks good. That's looking mighty good. It's looking highfalutin there, sire.
Mighty falutin. Okay. Glue that down.
Highfalutin card for some muckety mucks.
Now, obviously, if you wanted to make this more polished and fun, you can ink things. Like I could ink the edges before I glued everything down. You can stamp backgrounds and stencils. There's so much stuff you can do. But this is just the base. That's what. Yeah. This is just where you start. I kind of want to do a web series like that. I haven't got around to it. I've been thinking about it for a year. Where it's like take a design, then you do the next step to make it a little bit more elevated. And then the third time, and just see, do you like it better? Do you not? Do you like, so you start simple like this, then you do something else. And but once again, we came back to the conversation of that takes a lot of editing.
Yep. I have an idea. I'll tell you after we get off on how it would be easier.
Okay.
I can make.
I think I want to add some dots here.
We'll see.
Since I have these scrap papers, I think I want to cut some dots, but I don't know where my hole punch is.
I like it. It's nice and clean. It's really a good looking card.
Yeah, something, because it's up here just to balance it, but maybe not.
Yeah,
this is where I just play, right?
Yeah, that might be a Saturday morning thing. When
exactly.
you kind of when you see it in the morning, it's a different card. It really is.
Exactly. Yeah, I can't do anything right now. There you go.
Yeah, I changed last week's card quite a bit. I added a stop sign, some smoke. I even drew a little JD. By the way, JD. I even drew a little JD to fit in the cab, but he was too big, so it didn't quite work. But I tried to do several things before I was happy. Maybe I should make a cornhole game with JD.
Okay, I'm good.
So you say you have a lot of things that you would like to try and do.
Yeah.
Patty Roca asks, is there a hobby on your next on your list for what you want to try or in the next year or coming to a craft desk near you?
Yeah, not crafty wise. I would say the drawing is what's really pulling me. So I'm thinking of ways to incorporate that more. But crafting wise, I probably still be paper crafting of some sort for a bit. I just enjoy it too much.
I should hope so. That's where we like you. But I'm sure whatever you tried, you would excel and make unique and lovely. I have no doubts. I have one more question that I want to make sure that we get in here before we make sure that we got all our parameters, and that is Sue Small Crider asks, if there were job openings, would you prefer to work for the Easter Bunny or Santa Claus, and why?
Oh wow, that's a random question.
It really is. But yeah, I guess it's because it's almost Easter.
Oh, right, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know why she would say that.
I think I would choose to do the Easter Bunny job. I think that's what I would do. I love the chocolate. I love the candies. And
yeah, they're good.
Can't really eat Christmas cookies. That's the main treat because I'm gluten intolerant. So, just the the candies and the chocolate, I'll take that. Yeah, especially like the jelly beans, and they come in different flavors.
Oh, there you go. There you
Yeah.
go.
And I love spring. Spring's one of my favorite times of the year. So totally Easter bunny.
Yeah, I see. I can see you doing the Easter bunny. We should have thought of that. You could have come on as the Easter bunny. I forgot.
Oh, wouldn't it be hilarious if I dressed up as
that.
the Easter bunny?
Yeah, because you're not somebody. You're so clean cut and everything. You just would never do that. But it would have been anybody could do it. You could have. But let's make sure we got all these parameters, shall we? I got a thank you card. It says, with a thankful heart. I'm not sure. Thank you for the Pop-Tart. Thank you for the highfalutin strudel. 1950s colors. I've got some sagey greeny stuff here with some pink. I think the combination makes it feel kind of 1950s. And then I even have it brought in a little bit of idea of the 1950s with a chrome edged table. Toast, you can see it. Toaster, there it is. And thank you, Erica Mose, for that great idea. We do have a parameter committee, and that was given to us during one of those sessions. And then brown paper I have as a background, and then made my paper brown. That's my card for 262. What do you think?
That's fantastic. I love it. It's really good.
Well, it kind of all fit together. I certainly didn't have it planned. What about your card? Did you get them all in?
I believe so. So thank you card. It is saying this calls for a toast, but that's kind of a thank you.
Yes.
I'm congratulating on something that was well done. And a thank you in sorts. 1950s colors. Just these are just some Concord 9 colors that I just happen to have and seems to be good.
Yep.
Toast. It's a cheering toast. And the brown paper is actually the base.
Nice.
There you go.
Well, I think that's really good. I think you did great.
Thank you.
I do.
Nice and simple.
Yeah, but because you do like to go slow, and you didn't. You just shook a leg, as they say. Well, let's go ahead and let you relax, get all ready to say goodnight. And we'll encourage everybody to play with us because it's a lot of fun. And these are fun. These are going to turn out to be a great set of parameters. So tell them who's coming up and thank some members. Then try to forget that card that we saw earlier. We'll be right back with you, Sejr. Oh, mercy, Maud Nelly. You can play too. These are fun parameters. There's lots of open ends and lots of bunny trails you can go down. Please send those cards to craftroulette.live. There's a submit card thing. You can just follow it. If you can do Facebook, you can do this. Make sure you include those 4 parameters. Needs to be handcrafted, 1 per person, and of course, family friendly, so I don't blush when I see it in the gallery. We have Ann Butler, who will tell us more about BellaCon next week when she comes on the show. She's giving away a gift of a BellaCon ticket this month every week. Ardith, that mononym. Sejr's kind of a mononym too. Ardith, Sejr, Cher. There's others. And then we're going to have mothers and daughters come in May for Mother's Day. We've got Gina Kay. Allison Halika and her daughter will be for her, but I just need to get her scheduled. Then those upstarts, those new people on the block, Gina and Rena. Then Amy's Wares and her daughter, Rye, will be joining us after that. Then we get to have Crafty Al and Presley. If you saw that show last year, it was so sweet. Presley's great. I can't wait to hear how her first year at college went. How about you? Join us each week. Make sure you hit that subscribe and notification. We appreciate you. It's so fun to sit here. It's okay to have a horrible card every once in a while when you have as much fun as I do here. Thank you, members. Again, we do have an all-member call tomorrow at noon Central Daylight Time. We'd love to meet you. It's super easy to get on. You just need to come in and then hit that mute button so we can not have too much noise. And then if you are new, if you would hit the little raising your hand, if you're the first time caller, we will call on you guys first. We thank you so much. There is a new member show that all members can enjoy. all members get the extended submission to till Thursday night at midnight Central Daylight Time. So it's a great way. We give you lots of extra fun to say thank you for supporting us and making us so that we can be here almost every Friday night and every Wednesday too. Look at you rolling those beautiful member footage. I love it. Thank you. We really do appreciate you. It is a joy to meet everybody. Next week we will have an after Craft Roulette call too, so that's always good. It's time to give away somebody else's stuff. Except we're going to start with a Krog, a Craft Roulette original giveaway, a handmade card with an itty bitty gift. This one's going out to anywhere in the world, pardon me. And if you sent in one of those cards last week, you will be eligible for one of these giveaways. Let's see. What is going to go out to whom? Peloton was super fun last year. That's good. Yeah, I think they cover a lot of different crafts too. It's not just paper crafts. They do a lot of different things. Very crafty people. They also have an online magazine. Laura Manning. Congratulations, Laura Manning, for winning a Krog. You will need to, after the spinning is done, go to craftroulette.live and claim your prize. I probably won't get to it till Monday, but you can look for a little email from me then. A Craft Roulette goodie bag. It does need to stay in the United States. Jamie had a, oh my gosh. She didn't do a video this week, but she did a funny card with a possum coming out of a garbage can. I don't even know, but it said something about feral but nice. It sounded like something Sejr would do. For a Waffle Flower $25 gift certificate, they just had a really cute release. Bonnie Y, congratulations. I love all the different styles and funnies and elegance, and it's good. It's good. I like you guys. Oh, box of paper from your Paper Insider. My highfalutin paper. I'm going to have to write that down so I don't forget. My highfalutin paper. Mona Mendez. Congratulations, Mona Mendez. Your Paper Insider also has donated a nice little thing for our swag bags for Paper Ganza as well. Thank you, guys. For a Bella Crafts Publishing ticket to BellaCon. Ooh! Possums are good. They eat ticks. That's true. Linda Scrappenberry. Congratulations, Linda Scrappenberry. I think you had you were a milestone or something this week, weren't you? I remember seeing your name, I know I said your name and read it. Anyway, congratulations, everybody. Please claim your prize using the claim prize form on craftroulette.live, and I look forward to connecting you with your gifts. Thank you so much for playing, and everybody can play this week and be eligible next week, so do it. Do it. We love giving away other people's stuff all the time. Let's bring back Sir Sejr. Sir Sejr of Silliness. There he is.
Hello, hello.
You're back. I thought maybe you'd have ears.
Right.
Well, thank you so very, very much for joining us. You still have some daylight. It looks like you can get out and plant some rutabagas.
Looking very bright out there still.
Yeah. So I want to get you out of here. You are on a couple design teams. Do you have any videos coming out or anything for those? Or
there is a Kendra Card Challenge hop featuring a small company called Crafty Co Stamp. So they provide products just so we can play with it, talk about them, and promote Kendra Card Challenge. So that's coming up tomorrow. And then Trinity Stamps videos, I'll be creating some soon. And yes, hopefully some random things too.
My things from Trinity from their April release has gone. It looks like a retiform card on my little tracker. It goes doing, 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 doing. I talked to the post office today. But I'll get them someday, I guess. But it'll be
I
fun.
can't. I don't think I'm going to be very careful what I say, but let's just say, April, you're going to be excited. It's fantastic. Like,
Yeah.
it's oh my goodness,
Super fun.
Like,
Super
it's so
fun.
good.
Super fun. She really, and next she's going to get into that highfalutin stuff and all those kind of Western bar scenes. It's going to be good.
Yeah.
There's always fun coming down the pike when you're doing paper crafts.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Well, Chatterbox, thank you so much for being here. If you're watching us on replays, please say hi. I'd love to hear from you. Sire, do you remember what we do at the end of the show?
I think we kiss our brains or something.
We do, sir. We do. And so please do, Mr. Producer, kiss your own brain, and y'all will see Wednesday when I will be stealing some art, and then next Friday with Ann Butler. That'll be lovely. She's lovely. Nighty night. Thank you.